Got a big 4-5 on decop. Go. Using big words like I'm T.I. Turn up. Don't wanna get me started. Turn me up, gon' see why. Nigga, you a Jojo Siwa. Let the wrong nigga get rich.
Do you want to win any of these items on your screen? If so, be sure to watch the whole video, leave a like, and comment the hidden message. And with that being said, let's get right into the video.
There's been a lot of talk about Jojo Siwa as of late, mainly because the very popular kids star has revealed to the world that she's gay and happily has a girlfriend. The outpouring of love and appreciation for JoJo and her coming out has been heard across the internet. But while there was always going to be people who spoke out against JoJo coming out, there was one guy in particular that no one saw coming in terms of their dissing her. DaBaby. We'll break it all down for you. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. 10. DaBaby dissed JoJo? So let's get right down to the heart of the matter, okay? If you don't know, and it's honestly okay if you don't, DaBaby is a rapper with some fame and a long history of being, let's just say, shady, and leave it at that for now, okay? Anyway, as a rapper, he is never afraid to go and insult people that he thinks is beneath him or deserving of a good diss. So imagine the surprise from people when he released a track, Beatbox Freestyle, and it included the following line: "You a bleep, Jojo Siwa, bleep." So yeah, that happened, and naturally there are very few ways that you could interpret this, and that's why many people were a bit stunned by the line, because not only was it a bit random in terms of content, to our knowledge, DaBaby has never even talked about Jojo Siwa before in any of his tracks, interviews, or anything. So it could have been entirely possible that he had never even heard of Jojo Siwa before a little while ago. It's more possible than you might think, trust us. Anyway, this line, while short, seemed to make a mark because a lot of people weren't happy. 9. The Twitter reactions. If you didn't know before, you're about to learn now that Twitter loves Jojo Siwa, and she has all kinds of fans all over the world, both in terms of other celebrities and the average folk that buy her stuff. So what do you think happened when they heard DaBaby making this line? Well, JoJo's dear friend and one of the first people to react to her coming out, James Charles, certainly had something to say on the matter. Can someone please explain why DaBaby is dissing Jojo Siwa when she's 12 years younger, 10 times richer, and 2 inches taller than him? He tweeted. Ouch. And yet, accurate. And trust us when we say that that was just the start of the onslaught. Nikita Dragoon also stood up for JoJo, tweeting, "DaBaby, don't play with my girl Jojo Siwa. Put some respect to her name, little boy." Many other fans and celebs chimed in as well, and all of a sudden DaBaby was public enemy #1 in terms of his dissing of JoJo and all that it was bringing. But was it actually a diss? 8. The explanation. Okay, so here's where things get a bit interesting because, naturally, DaBaby got a lot of messages on Twitter and beyond about his diss of Jojo Siwa. One fan tweeted at him saying, "Bae, I don't see why they so mad at you." Oh god. To which the rapper responded, laughing, crying emoji, "I don't see why they so mad either, bae." Get it? They're doing a play on words here. And that was also the explanation for what happened in the song. It turns out that the lyric wasn't a diss, but actually a play on words. DaBaby's real name is Jonathan, and Jojo could be a nickname for that. Plus, as you can see in his tweet above, he's using Siwa as a play on CY. So when he says Jojo Siwa, he's really saying Jonathan CY. DaBaby even tweeted at Jojo saying that he was not coming for her in the song. At It's Jojo Siwa, my 3-year-old princess is your #1 fan. I bought her every product you have out. She think she you. He wrote, "Don't let them trick you into thinking I'd ever have a problem with you. My wordplay just went over their heads. All love on my end, shouty. Keep shining." So that seems definitive, but it also raises the question of 7. Do we believe him? That's a very tricky thing right there, because on the surface, it'd be very easy to say that he's just coming up with an explanation to try and make it seem like he's not really hating on JoJo. You could also argue that he's brought in his daughter to try and deflect even more, because as we all hopefully know, kids love Jojo Siwa, and so that was a perfect defense to go and say that he doesn't hate her. But in truth, you can honestly make the case that he wasn't lying about it, just being a game of wordplay. While it's true that DaBaby isn't referred to as JoJo in public, that doesn't mean he's not called that in private. What's more, it would be very odd for him to just randomly go after JoJo. Not only would that not give him any cred as he's a rapper, he, as proven by this event, would get a lot of negative reactions for even doing so. And again, to our knowledge, he's never even mentioned Jojo Siwa beforehand, so you kind of have to wonder if this really was a case of odd timing versus bad intent. And that in turn raises the question of 6. Why the staunch defense? So here's the thing. If we're to take this as explained and that DaBaby wasn't dissing Jojo Siwa, then you have to turn it around and ask why so many people were willing to rush to Jojo's defense over this singular diss. Well, as noted before, Jojo Siwa has a huge following and is easily one of the biggest young stars in the world today. But as teased earlier, there was the odd timing issue as well, because right now Jojo Siwa is going through a major change in terms of public perception. She was seen for many years as straight and even dated some fellow social media star males in the process. But then she went and revealed on her platforms that she was indeed gay. This caused an outpouring of reactions, especially from those like James Charles, who's also gay. The catch with this is that while many are being very accepting of JoJo and her revealed orientation, there are many who think that certain people, including major religious groups and lots of parents, will not be so kind to JoJo and thus try and get their kids to not follow her anymore. Petty? Absolutely, but that's the world we live in. Which brings us back to DaBaby, because it may have been that due to the timing of the song and the reveal of JoJo being gay, that many thought DaBaby was going after her because of her new orientation and calling her out on it, which her loyal fan base wouldn't have allowed or wanted in any metric. So thus, they turned on the afterburners and went right after him. To be fair, this was before the explanation by DaBaby and thus was something they only had half the information on. But you also have to credit them for being so fierce in their defense of JoJo, because they know that she's a great person and is just wanting to bring happiness and thus doesn't deserve to be dissed by anyone who doesn't know her or respect her. 1. Has JoJo herself responded to this? As of right now, Jojo Siwa hasn't responded to the potential diss by DaBaby, nor has she responded to the defense that people have given for her. To be honest, it's likely that she won't respond at all. Not because she doesn't want to defend herself, but she probably won't see this as much of an issue. Not to mention there isn't much need to respond, given what her friends and fans did. Plus, she's probably got a lot more on her mind right now. She's still very much dealing with all of the potential fallout from her revelation of being gay, and as a result is probably just trying to take things slow and spend time with her girlfriend and not be stressed about anything else. So, was this a diss or not? You decide. And that's that. A look at DaBaby and how he has dissed Jojo Siwa and whether she or anyone else for that matter should care about what he did. Do you think it was a diss at all? Do you think that JoJo should respond in her own way or just keep living her life without fear of what other people think? Do you think that others will go and try to diss JoJo in this public type of a way? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and we'll see you next time on the channel.
A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.